One of the most beautiful aspects of the Quran is understanding the backdrop and the background of the different stories, surahs, and verses that were revealed. It gives us an insight and it gives us a behind the scenes understanding of what was happening. Just like how nowadays when there's sports or there's different things that happen, they have the behind the scenes. It gives you a more intimate understanding and a deeper connection to that specific incident. Well, we have a behind the scenes of the stories in the Quran as well. And that is called Sha'n al-Nuzul, the background of the revelation of these stories and verses. And it gives us a deeper understanding and a deeper connection, a more meaningful connection with the story in the surah itself. And there is a beautiful backdrop of Surah Yusuf, where the Prophet ﷺ struggled and was challenged more than any human in this world, as all of us are going to be challenged and struggle in this world through different challenges and difficulties, how Allah has promised us. وَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. You will be challenged in all these different ways of loss of loved ones and family and children and wealth. Bashir as-sabirin, but glad tidings to those that are patient, that they're able to keep themselves, they're able to uphold their iman in those turbulent and difficult situations. How Yaqub alayhi salam and Yusuf alayhi salam were able to do. The Prophet was able to was made to go through more difficulties than anyone else. أُوتِيتُ مَا لَمْ يُؤْتَ أَحَدًا. I have been made to struggle more than anyone. And he didn't have emotional support in any physical form. No father, no mother, no uncle, no grandfather. And within a small portion of time, he loses his wife. And sometime later, some say 7 days, some say 3 months, he loses Abu Talib, his uncle, who he took care of him like a father. And then he seeks comfort in a neighboring tribe in Ta'if, and he is persecuted and humiliated like never before. How Aisha asked the Prophet, what was your most difficult day of your life? And he referred that in Mecca, it was a day of Ta'if. It was very difficult for me. So the onus of consoling the Prophet and building him back up and comforting him was upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comforted the Prophet. And one of the ways that he comforted him was by giving him the beautiful story of Yusuf alayhi salam. That just like you have lost people and are struggling with people and are being betrayed by your own family and your own community, enjoy the story and let it unravel itself in front of you. That though there were many lows at the end of the journey, Yusuf alayhi salam was united with his family. Though it wasn't instantaneous, though it was long duration of time, and it wasn't easy. There were difficult moments, there were sad moments, there were lonely moments in this journey. But those lonely moments were with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It doesn't matter how alone we are, as long as we have Allah on our side, that loneliness of ours will be mitigated. And it doesn't matter how many crowds we have around us. But if the heart is not attached to Allah in the masjid, it will always feel lonely. And hence there is a difference between loneliness and being alone. So in this height of difficulty, or during this height of difficulty, Allah gave the Prophet this beautiful gem of a story. That knock yourself out and enjoy it. And through that you will be consoled. And therefore till today, we are consoled by reading this surah. Where Abdullah Masud says, مَا قَرَأَ سُورَ يُوسُفَ مَحْزُونٌ إِلَّا سُرِّيَ عَنْ. That no sad person who is stricken by grief reads Surah Yusuf, except that his grief is mitigated, it becomes less, it diminishes. Because the story is so beautiful. And it has so many difficult moments that how does a prophet have to deal with this? And then at the end you realize, oh, okay, the father was united. The brothers were united. They got back together. He became a king. Well, it's all right. Maybe my difficulty will also end like that. And wallahi, even if it does not end like that in this world, because not all stories have happy endings in this world, well, the story never ends in this world. The story ends in the akhirah. And the moment we know that our story that has been written by Allah, does not end in this world and ends in the akhirah, then we will believe that every difficulty will have a happy ending. Every difficulty will have a good ending, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us as believers that we will be given the best of endings and the best of outcomes. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. For those that have taqwa and have belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, the Prophet would say, Allahumma la aisha illa aisha al-akhirah. Oh Allah, there is no life except for the life of the akhirah. That is something that we're able to learn and take and extract from the beautiful story of Yusuf alayhi salam. This is a backdrop, that it was there to console the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And hopefully we can also be comforted and consoled through this beautiful story and the beautiful surah, inshaAllah ta'ala.